There is nobody who works for Trump that the Democrats hate as much as William Barr. He isn't afraid to do what's right, and that often means standing up for President Trump. And William Barr just infuriated every Democrat in America by making a huge announcement. For decades, liberals have been working overtime to mold America into their vision, and away from the values that made it great. And until Donald Trump was elected president, they had found a lot of success. Just reviewing the positions of the Democrat Party shows just how far they have come. Mainstream Democrats are outright supporting socialism and open borders, and criminals are running amok in many major cities, due to liberals convincing officials that the police are racist and should be stripped of virtually all their authority. Along with this, criminals are being let off the hook for horrible crimes due to the left believing we are too hard on crime. But President Trump doesn't believe any of this, and with William Barr as his Attorney General, he is restoring law and order. Just this week, Barr directed the Justice Department to begin carrying out death penalty executions at the federal level again. This is the first time in 16 years that the federal government will carry out executions. Barr announced the rule change to address the many vile criminals facing the death penalty charge without any real chance of their execution to ever occur. He is doing it to give some closure to their victims. We owe it to the victims and their families to carry forward the sentence imposed by our justice system, Barr said. Immediately following the order, 5 men on death row received execution dates. All 5 of those men have already exhausted all appeals for charges relating to killing children in especially violent crimes. Barr plans to push through the executions of all criminals waiting on death row, but is focusing on the particularly vile figures first. Under administrations of both parties, the Department of Justice has sought the death penalty against the worst criminals, Barr said. The only people he is focusing on are the worst of the worst. Those who offend at a level where they receive an execution ordered by the federal government truly are horrible people. The last execution to take place at the federal level was of Louis Jones Jr. in 2003, and was over the crime of raping and murdering a 19-year-old female soldier. Currently on the docket to face execution once their appeals expire are people like the Boston Marathon bomber and Dylann Roof, who murdered 9 Black Christians in a South Carolina church in 2015. Under the policy of Barack Obama, these people would get sentenced to death, but nothing would ever happen to them. But thankfully, President Trump realizes that these people are the worst people on the planet, and the harm they have done to society only warrants one punishment.